If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Well, I was in a van group today and saw a very inspirational quote. It's just perfect. Really want you to do the van life. Let's go. And the quote is, I don't want to know what time it is. I don't want to know what day it is, where I'm at. None of that matters. Quoted by the guy, John Krakauer. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. And he was the inspiration of the movie Into the Wild. It was written, I don't know, probably a decade ago or so. I've always find this funny, and it's always in the van groups, that they quote this guy. They quote him all the time like he's, some sort of symbolism to freedom and way to go. If you really think about it, this guy decided he was going to leave his life. He had parents who were concerned about him. Of course, the movie makes it sound like the parents were evil people. But, he had parents who apparently cared for him a lot, because even in the movie, they were always searching for him, but he didn't tell them where they were at. Occasionally, I think he would send them a letter. It's been years since I watched the movie. And he traveled the country on foot, and, he even made it to Slab City, which is, I've been told, the armpit of America. And, they just really made this guy so romantic, and it was beautiful, and, he fell in love with this married woman, but he couldn't have this forbidden relationship. It was incredible. But at the end of the movie, just like in real life, he died. And he probably died the most horrific, painful death that you can imagine. He ate a plant, according to the movie, that made him starve to death. So he was in Alaska, is what the deal is. And he found this old abandoned bus. He was trying to hunt for food, but he couldn't, and it was terrible. And so he was eating plant life, and he had this guidebook on how to survive in the wilds of Alaska. And he ate a plant, and the plant made him sick. So the next morning he got up and he was sick, and he read the book and realized, oh, well, I'm going to die a painful, horrible death. Every time I see a post like this, I always comment. I wonder if he thought that when he was dying in agony, pain for days on end. I would imagine the one thing he wanted was to know what time it was, what day of the week it was, and where he was at. So possibly even a telephone to call his parents or a doctor or somebody. And of course, they just cannot accept any opinion other than everybody needs to come out and live the van life. They call me Debbie Downer. And I like to call myself Realistic Rob. And then one guy says, why do you have to be such a downer? And I replied back, well, today, just like always, somebody will post this quote and everybody be inspired and wonderful and it's great. And hundreds of people are going to comment under this and say, yes, he's our hero. And then 2 days from now, somebody's going to be posting on the same group, GoFundMe, I'm in trouble, I need help. One guy even posted underneath this quote on the Facebook group, yeah, I've been doing this for a week, and I don't know what time it is or what day it is. Which is interesting, because he would had to have had some sort of technology where he could make that post, and that technology was probably a phone that had the date and the time stamped right at the up top of the phone. They're probably stuck in Wisconsin in a snowstorm. Right now, I'm in Missouri, and it's snowing again. It's been snowing all week. My camper's broke down right now. I got that hole in the front that I told you about the other day. But the point is I can't get it repaired because I got to get it to dry out, but it keeps snowing. So today I got a tarp over it, and hopefully I can keep it dry enough that when it stops snowing, I can continue the drying process. I always wonder why these guys are pushing this lifestyle so much. And a lot of people in the comments of my videos have suggested that misery loves company. Well, why did they come out here so they would need company? That's the question. What pushed them out here so they can, continue to sell this? Surely enough, it was interesting. Right after I saw this quote, I read an article from newspaper. And it was about this couple who decided that they were going to spend their life in a camper, in a van. And the article is, I spent the last 4 years living in a van. Transformed my entire life. Well, here's the thing. I was reading the article, really scrutinizing the article, and they're really pushing it. I mean, and there were several quotes that I wrote down, and one of them was, she no longer needs stuff. She only needs happiness and freedom. Oh, yeah, of course, happiness and freedom. This is exciting. Happiness and freedom. Well, what is happiness and freedom? They didn't define it, but they sure did know how to use those two words very well to make me feel like I want to be free and I want to be happy. You know, they started out, they just graduated from college, and the boyfriend was trying to start a business, and the wife, I never really got a grasp on what she was doing, but she was really stressed at work. Well, here's the thing, in the article it says the boyfriend had to close down the shop because of partner issues. They had some partner issues, and it was real vague what the partner issues were. Well, if you really read into that and you really think about what that means, it means the partner was putting up all the money while the kid was really spending all the money and making the business go broke. So it wasn't a partner issue. The partner just said, hey, you know what, I'm not going to fund you forever. So they decided they're going to get in a van and they're going to cruise around the United States. In the article, it says they've traveled 21,000 miles. So how did they fund 21,000 miles? Really is incredible. They briefly explained that they did a lot of work on social media. Amazon affiliate programs. They're very young and very pretty and handsome. They, have a social media account that really is a booming business. What they don't tell you is how hard it is to actually grow that business. You have to work really hard to build up a following that is going to watch your advertising videos. You know, this article that I read, they showed a beautiful scene where the woman is taking a shower with one of those solar bags. He must be on top of the van taking a picture, and it's this panoramic view of the ocean. It's just, oh wow, so beautiful. And so when you see this, you look at it and you think, man, I really want to go out there. But they don't really discuss what it is that they have to do to make that picture happen. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.